Non-Americans, what is something about the US that you've always wondered if it was real or just myth/hyperbole? Shit's crazy with underage drinking. I've told this story to multiple Europeans who generally respond with, no, no, no. Really? My record says that I served 4 days in jail for underage drinking. What happened was I was at a party. I was 18. It got busted and I got a citation which said, pay fine or go to court. And so since I was drunk and partying, I may have set fire to the citation that night. The next day I was like, wonder what exactly that said. I'm leaving this state today. So I left that state and I went back to where I was actually living. Some I'm 2,000 miles away, about a year later, where I was actually living. And I get pulled over and the cop is like, did you know you have a warrant 2,000 miles over there? An FTA for an MIP. I laughed and said, why do you know about that? He was like, I'm not really sure why I know about that. And then he was like, I'm not doing anything about it, but maybe you want to sometime. So I talked to my lawyer about it, and it turned out that the reason that the cop 2,000 miles away could see this was because the county that had the warrant knew that my mom lived nearby across state lines, and I'd probably be there sometime. And they were willing to extradite me across state lines for an FTA for an MIP. So I was like, I'm going to go home sometime. For my mom's birthday, I'm going to get arrested leaving the airport, be stuck in jail, and my mom's going to be all, you're my favorite child. So my lawyer contacted the county and was all, let's work something out. The county was like, the judge wants him to turn up. My lawyer was like, it's an FTA on an MIP and he's 2,000 miles away. And the county was like, It turns out that this particular random-ass middle-of-nowhere county has one of the highest rates in the entire country for sending people to prison. So I ended up taking a trip back home, went to the neighboring state, turned myself into jail. Then there was some hold-up paperwork shit. I don't get into court until 4 days later. Decided not to tell the judge. This whole issue arose from me setting fire to the citation thumbs up. Then the judge dismissed the FTA and said time served on the MIP. So I left, went back to my mom's, and well, went to a party that night, to be honest. And that's how my record says I spent 4 days in jail for adult underage drinking.